This is GRIMMCHILD. We've been through this before. This is part 2 to this video that I have on screen right now. There should be a card or something. We are beating the game with only GRIMMCHILD, Grimothy. Say hello to Grimothy. His name is Grimothy. You will respect Grimothy, and you will love Grimothy. And today, yesterday, I don't know when this video is coming out, last time on the Puppet Wraith YouTube channel, we killed the Hollow Knight and became the Hollow Knight, and I don't know, that I'm kind of, it was confusing, but now, we have one goal, to kill the sun. And after we kill the sun, I don't know what we'll do next. I'll probably just find a challenge suggestion in the comment section, but yeah. My head hurts. Grimothy, do you know what happened? I think I blacked out. Yeah, I don't know. Let's just go kill things so we can get essence to awake the dream, or awoke? How do you pluralize that? So we can get the awoken dream nail. You get what I'm trying to say. If we want to fight the Radiance, we need the Void Heart, and if we want the Void Heart, we need the King Soul, and one of the halves of the King Soul is with the White Lady, and to get to the White Lady, we need the Shade Dash, and if we want the Shade Dash, then we need the King's Brand, and if we want the King's Brand, then we need to fight Hornet, and if we want to fight Hornet, then we need the Wings, and if we want the Wings, we need to go kill Broken Vessel. So let's go do that. I think he's already dead by the time I'm done explaining that whole thing, but who cares? After beating Broken Vessel and getting my ass kicked by Lost Kin, I decide that, okay, I'll just go fight Hornet and try to get some more supplies before going back to get Essence, because right now, just getting more stuff that can help me is the best thing I can do right now. So Hornet in Kingdom's Edge has 700 HP, and the thing about that is a lot of fireballs that need to hit. Thankfully, this isn't like the first fight where Grimothy will just shoot the middle of the arena for no reason, but eventually she'll start summoning the spike balls, and while Grimothy is a smart boy and tries to get rid of them for me, that also means he isn't hurting Hornet. So what ends up happening is I'm able to dodge most of the spike balls by just standing in one area of the arena, but Grimothy is doing his best and trying to help me, but what ends up happening is he just ends up hurting me in the long run because he's not hurting Hornet, so it gives me more time to run into Hornet's attacks. That's what I was trying to say. It's not that confusing to explain. I don't know why. Anyways, eventually we managed to defeat Hornet, but it's a pretty difficult battle, but I don't know, this is just a fun fight, at least. Dodging Hornet's attacks, getting to listen to Sha Adino Agale. Sorry, my voice is terrible. Hearing her voice lines is at least entertaining while dodging everything. And it was fun to count along with Grimothy, like with how many fireballs she could take, because 700 divided by 11 is like 60 something. So I was counting to that. I think it's like 63, 64. So I was counting along to see when I would, or like how well I was doing in the fight, and she usually started to do the spiky ball attacks at around like 20 hits, so that was when you knew things were going to get a bit harder. But eventually she won't spawn as many spike balls as if there's too many on screen, so sometimes just hoping Grimothy doesn't hit those is actually best, and just trying to lure her into one half of the arena while letting the other half fill up with spike balls. I don't know, that was just my strategy. After some grinding and charm collecting, I buy some charm notches, and lifeblood heart from Salubra, just so since I'm not really healing anyways, just having a few extra hits I can take will always be helpful, and it's not like I'm using those charm notches for anything else. So after that, I go to the blue lake, ignore Quirrell because I don't want him to die, and then go fight Zero, and he's a pushover, so yeah. After clowning on Zero with a literal child, I decide to go to the Howling Cliffs and fight Gorb, who is only slightly more difficult. And then after that, I go and get Joni's Blessing. And Joni's Blessing is a surprise tool that will help us later, and by later I mean, well, I'll use it pretty much immediately, but it will become much more helpful after a bit more time goes by. I don't know why I'm still talking. Gorb is probably already dead by now, and you're just watching me run to Joni's Blessing, and I'm just trying to stall for time. I should shut up. I decided to make a quick detour and grab the Charm Notch in Fog Canyon near the archives, because the more Charm Notches the better. I don't know, maybe I can use Grub Song to get some soul to heal. And after that, I go to the Ancient Basin and then go down to the Abyss and do all the normal Abyss stuff, and by that I mean just grab Shade Cloak, because I can't do anything else, and then I also grab an Arcane Egg, because money. And then after that, yeah, just skedaddle, because my siblings are mean and want to punch me. Now that I have a little bit of the power of the Void on my side, I go and fight Galeon for some free XP. Is it Galeon or Galeon or Galeon? I think I said the same thing all 3 times there. What is wrong with me? Anyway, since I'm in Deep Nest, I go get the tram pass, and then head to the Hive, because there's some stuff there I need to do. Because it's the Hive. I'm sure you can know where this is going. I don't know why I'm still talking. I need to shut up. The next fight we need to do is with Hive Knight, and the thing about Hive Knight is he's guarding a very important charm. Obviously, that being hiveblood. Now, hiveblood is more powerful for us right now than Joni's Blessing, because while Joni's Blessing gives us more hearts to work with, it makes it so we can't heal at all. And even if we can't get soul, being able to heal opens up some opportunities if we can dream nail our opponents, which is something I realized when I was doing the first part of the challenge when I fought Umu. Now, if we have hiveblood and Joni's Blessing together, we won't be able to heal, but we'll be able to regenerate as long as we're careful enough. So even just having one of these two parts of the Wombo combo of survivability charms is good, or even if we only have one of them, that's really good. So having both of them at our options, even if we can't equip both of them at once right now, just having them as options is very good. And once I defeat Hive Knight, I'm just going to use Hiveblood for a while until I can add Joni's Blessing to it, instead of using Joni's Blessing until I can add Hiveblood to it, if that makes sense. Because again, Hiveblood's regenerative capabilities are really good, because I'm spending most of my time trying to dodge anyway. So most of the time, I'll just end up healing off any hits I take through Hiveblood. It's genius. Or I'm genius, I guess. Take that, logic. Hiveblood immediately proves how useful it is because it allows us to fight Markov and win on the first try. Yeah, I'm honestly surprised it's Markoth. I guess normal Markoth isn't that hard. It's Ascended Markoth that's a pain in the ass, but like, come on, it's Markoth. Oh yeah, also fun fact, Grimmichy can, Grimmichy will try to target an entity and shoot at them, and Markoth's shields count as an entity that Grimmichy can shoot at, even if he can't damage them. So that was wonderful. But yeah, I still won. Take that, Markoth, you fluffy fuck. So I was looking for what charm niches I still had to grab, and I noticed that one of them was a reward for defeating the first trial in the Colosseum. I'm sure this will go fine. Wait, what? I won? That's usually not how these things go. Okay. Next up was Queen's Gardens, and I'm gonna be honest, it was pretty easy. The only hiccup I had was with Marmu, and that's just because her physics are stupid, and she bounces around so sporadically that it's hard to dodge, and it's hard for the easiest way to dodge her attacks is to bounce her away by slapping her with your nail, but I can't do that, and then Grimmichy can't aim for shit, so her sporadic bouncing is not helpful. So I just decided, you know what? Even if I have to grind birds, I am not killing her, because that would be so annoying. I'd rather grind birds for essence. I wonder if I could actually do that now that I'm thinking about it. I didn't have to, but I wonder. After that, I just decided to go fight Trader Lord, because it's Trader Lord. They buffed this boss, and he's still a pushover. Like, yeah, oh no, I have 2 damage, I'm so spooky. I halfway through, I tried to see if I could move minimally and still win, and all you have to do is just dash and then jump occasionally. That's all you have to do to defeat this boss. It is a pushover. This boss is easy. I also thought about saving Cloth, but then I was like, well, that means I'll have to, if I save Cloth, then that means all my damage isn't coming from Grimmichy, so that would technically invalidate the challenge, so I just decided to leave her where she is, so I guess she's just gonna be hiding in that hole in the Ancient Basin for the rest of time. Sucks to be her, I guess. Next up, I fight False Champion and Lost Kin for their essence, and both are both are annoying because Failed Champ will you have to knock him down twice to phase change him because you can't do enough damage before his helmet comes back on, so you have to knock him down twice to knock him down once, if that makes sense. And then Lost Kin, sometimes he just has like 3 or 4 balloons on screen at once, and GRIMMCHILD has to do his best to pop them as quickly as possible. I don't know. Then after that, as you can see on screen, I fight Mantis Lords because I'm petty and want revenge, and because they give me a charm, and I'm trying to get as many charms as I can so I can buy the last 2 charm notches from Celebra, because if I do that, then I can have Hiveblood and Joni's Blessing on at the same time, which gives me a lot more survivability, as we'll see later. After some more charm and geo collecting, I go kill Elder Who, No Eyes, and then do one of the dream tree, or like collect essence from one more of the dream trees to get enough essence to have enough to awake the dream nail. Wake up the dream nail? That sounds stupid. Well, now that we have the Void Heart and have enough defensive charms to keep us alive long enough, it's time to fight the final boss, the Hollow Knight, and the other one. I don't want to have the sound effect play again. The first time we fought the Hollow Knight, they were a very powerful opponent, but now we're able to heal off any damage we take from them, and we have many more movement abilities, allowing any of their problem attacks to be nullified by our shmovement abilities. I don't know why I said shmovement, that's not a word. Anyways, time for the Radiance. Now that we're in her realm, I can say her name freely. The Radiance is a pretty easy boss, I'm gonna be honest, folks. Because the thing is, first of all, while our charm setup doesn't make it so we can take infinite damage, it basically doubles the amount of health we have functionally. Because instead of taking 1 hit, or instead of taking 2 masks of damage per hit, we take 1 because we'll heal off one of the hits that were taken automatically. So, that makes this boss a lot less dangerous, because one of the things that makes this final boss dangerous is the fact that they do 2 damage per hit. But again, we don't really care, because we're smart. And then the thing is, too, if you didn't know, there's a harder version of this boss in the game called Absolute Radiance, and the thing about Absolute Radiance is that she is just the Radiance, but faster, and more. So when you go back to normal Radiance, you're like, wow, this boss is easy, because you're used to dodging these high-speed light ball attacks, dodging between the lasers, weaving between double sword swipes, and then it's like, oh, everything feels slow now. Yeah. So, this fight is pretty easy. You just kind of wait for GRIMMCHILD to do his thing, and that's the other wonderful thing, is the Radiance can't move. She can only teleport. So, if the Radiance is in one spot, GRIMMCHILD can hit her almost constantly. Like, his aim is just, GRIMMCHILD is on point right now. He is magnifique, I can't speak French, I'm stupid. I'm also white, but that, sorry, I shouldn't say that. No, anyways. Sorry, I need to get my composure. GRIMMCHILD he's able to do a lot of damage, because the Radiance basically just stands still and takes most of the fireballs to the face that GRIMMCHILD is shooting at her. And then even once you move up into the sky phase, it's still easy, because you just jump on the platform that's closest to her and let GRIMMCHILD just shoot at her. It's pretty easy. Yeah. I don't know what else to say, this is an easy boss. Or it's not easy, it's just not as hard as the Hollow Knight when I fought it the first time around was a lot easier. Or a lot harder, I mean. I'm stupid, I can't speak English. After enough waiting and plenty of fireballs, the radiance begins to flee upwards. As I begin to climb the platforms and see as my shade brothers and sisters rise around me, I come to a realization. I don't know if Grimmothy can finish the radiance off. I might have to do it myself. The thing about being a parent is sometimes you have to make sacrifices. You have to put yourself second so you can put your child first. I love you, Grimmothy. It's a hard decision, but he's worth it. Grimmothy is worth it. You'll go stay with your Aunt Hornet, Grimmothy. You'll be alright. Goodbye.